The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 510 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Red Bicycle Stingray playing cards from Playing Card Decks. So, no further ado, take a look and see what we get. So here we have the Red Bicycle Stingray playing cards here in the standard glossy finish tuck box. So it's a red tuck box there. You know, that yellowish-orange bicycle logo with the two stingrays there on the front. And it says Stingray there, and that kind of bluish gray color with playing cards underneath. And then you got the beach kind of seashells around the design there. On one side says Air Customs Finish, made in the USA with a little stingray. Other side says the United States Playing Company. On the bottom, you got your information. You got the Playing Card Decks logo there. It says 2023, the year these were made, and the United States Playing Company there, made in the USA. On the back, little sneak peek of that back design. And then for the seal, you got the standard United States Playing Company black seal with the white border and the white outline spade. On the top, it says limited edition and poker size. And now if we crack that seal and grab a card opener. There we go. That's open now. On the tuck flap here, you got that little corporate information. The inner tuck flaps have a little stingray on it. Take the cards out of the box. Anyway, on the inside of the tuck box is that matte white finish. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And as always, we'll start with that back sign. So here we have a mirrored back sign with the standard white border going around there. And for the design here, you got the stingray there, and the mirrored design with a little circle pattern. And then you got like the underwater kind of theme there. So you got like the seaweed there. You can like see like the seaweed there in the background there. And some like fish going up there. And then some other little designs. And if you flip it over, same design in both the directions. And now for the cards you get. I guess we're going to start with that first little gaff card here. So on one side you got the queen. You got a queen of spades here. And on the other side you got a 4 diamonds. So that's a little gaff card. And now for the jokers here. Start with the jokers. It says Joker Joker there in the custom font. Then you kind of got like a scuba diver there. And then it has a little heart on there almost. And you got the dog is there, yeah, because you got like the stingray. So you got like a little heart. You got a little club. The diamonds down there. And then like the spades there. And you got a second identical one, just in like the more of a reddish pink kind of colorway. So like a blue color and then like a pinkish red there. It's a Joker Joker there. Then you got that custom ace of spades here. This is like a stingray in the shape of a spade there. Then you got like the coral behind it. And then you got the custom font and the suits there for the corners, like the pips. So you can see that it has like the custom font, yeah, there. And then you got like a little stingray beside it there. So it is like a more bluer colorway for the spades. And that design goes throughout the rest of the spades there. With the custom stingray suits there. And then like the coral in the background. And we get to the court cards of Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. And they're in that blue and white colorway. And they're fully custom there. Fully custom designed court cards there. And we get the diamonds, pretty much the same kind of concept. You got the custom diamond shape, not so much like a stingray design, but more so like a diamond shape. It's the same kind of coral there, and then you got the same kind of little stingray in the corner. That goes throughout the rest of the diamond as well. It's more of a half and half design, like a half light and a half dark red. And then you got the custom court card, Jack, Queen, and King. They're instead of like the blue color, they're more like a reddish pink. There was like some like blue seaweed in the background. And then you got the seaweed there in the background and the blue and white colorway there for the clubs. And you got that custom club design. I guess it is kind of like a stingray-ish kind of design for all the suits, but not entirely. And then you got the same kind of styling for these court cards, just the club design there. And then lastly, hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts, full custom once again in that kind of reddish pink colorway there. And then you got the custom hearts there in the shape of a kind of a stingray-ish. There. And then the last card in the deck is the double backer of that back design. And now that we took a look at the cards for the handling, they're just that standard United States Play Company air cushion finish. So we already know that they're going to handle pretty nice. But it's always nice to test them out a little bit. And see how they handle straight out of the box. So first, with the springs. They actually have a nice spring. It's a slightly stiffer spring. Not like terribly stiff or anything. So they will have to be slightly broken in, but not too bad. Nice and poppy springs. They fan fantastic there. You can see like all the cards there. Now this is with the fans. And these handle super nice. They look pretty nice. And nothing like too crazy, but like still pretty nice. So overall, I say they're pretty nice, and they handle pretty nicely. But they definitely have to be broken in a little bit, because they're a little bit stiff. So it's definitely like a thicker stock. So you definitely have to break them in a little bit. Other than that, they handle fantastic. Lastly, we'll try the giant fan there. They fare pretty nicely, and they have a nice giant fan. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been the red edition of the Bicycle Stingray playing cards from Playing Card Decks. And I'm the Canadian, and this has been day 510 of Daily Deck Review. And I'm the Canadian Calculator signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.